The train ticket. Two separate ladies from Dundee take a trip to London to try to see the Queen, to eat cream tea and frolic around in the streets. One lady stays in Park Lane and drinks champagne. The other camps down on the floor of her good friend Liz, and together they laugh and drink Buck's Fizz. Monday, return train tickets, seat 22 and 23 from London to Dundee were lost. 22 belonging to the rich lady, 23 belonging to the normal one. Their lives were to cross on that return train as they sat side by side, but both, at separate instances, lost their ticket, and so their lives never collide. At the moment of discovering the ticket is lost, the rich lady doesn't even think where it's gone. She just gets out her card and tap, buys a new one and skips all the way to the train station. She hops on the train and is glad for the empty seat next to her side, 'cause now her new big handbag has somewhere to reside. Now, when the poor one realises her return ticket has gone, shit. Friday she had spilt Buck's Fizz in her bag, and cleaning it up she had thrown an old wrapper of a tampon. No. The panic sets in. The ticket to get her to work on time is now somewhere in a rubbish bin. Her heart hits her throat and her legs give way a bit. She can't afford another train ticket. Oh no. Shit. It must be there in her bag. She checks and empties it out, puts it all back and repeats it again, and with no luck, oh crap. She must get to work after 2 whole days off for the trip. She checks again and through all her pockets and runs up and down. It's no luck, the ticket is gone. It's time to move on. No! She must get it back. So she picks up the phone in a desperate attempt. Hi. Oh, hi, I'm sorry, I'm a bit upset. I've lost my open return ticket. There's nothing you can do. But I never used it and it cost me £80.92. Okay, great. Okay, I'll give them a try. I might have left it in the ticket machine. You might be right. So she dials the long number, which has a hefty price, and she gets a machine asking her to talk nice. But she's crying at this point, thinking about her boss. The machine doesn't understand the magnitude of her loss. It asks her this, it asks her that, it even wants to know the colour of her twat, and eventually she gets a human on the phone who tells her very nicely that her ticket's definitely gone. Shit. No, shit. So she puts down the phone and finds a cheap bus that will take 12 hours, but her shift starts in less. But what can she do? The ticket is in the bin, and she has no safety of a savings account to dip in. Her 12-hour ride begins. It's mega, is the mega bus, at least that's what they tell us. She sits in the heat of the sun in the window, squashed next to a fat man who's also down low. He talks to a person on his mobile phone in a different tongue, but by his tone she hears his journey here has also been long. Her saving grace, a bottle of water, but the toilet is saying out of order, so she sips her drink with time to think. She curses herself. She's a stupid idiot, a foolish, thick, dumb Egypt who doesn't deserve this trip. She should have seen it. Who deserves to be fired for being 3 hours late. Who should never have gone to London. She should never celebrate. To see the Queen, ha! Who does she think she is? To eat cream teas and skip through leaves and sip nice fizz like someone she's not. How senseless she's been, she thinks with a sob, and now what's to come? She'll lose her job. And so 12 hours gone, she jumps off the bus and tries to drag along her case, but the wheels don't turn if she walks with a pace. The shit thing was so cheap, she thought she'd hit gold, but when wheels don't turn, it should never have been sold. She picks it up, 'cause the floor it just sticks, and she runs through Dundee looking like a right prick. She gets to work to find her boss running around an angry mob wanting their tea, not one of them happy. The boss doesn't let her speak. She gets on her knees and he drags her up and screams, "Help me, please!" So her job was safe and her boss was fine. But the stress that she went through will mark her insides. And this is just one story I've told of a person who doesn't have that safety net of gold. This is just one tiny event of a lost ticket, but see the extent, the effect of it. And then imagine all the other ways in which money affects, and by not having a safety net to cushion these events. That is the difference between rich and poor. The constant stress the poor have on a moment-to-moment basis is something the rich, they will never face this.